Okay, in today's video, I'm going to be explaining how your life is basically a chart and how to proportion that and basically see how well you're doing. So I've seen a lot of people try and gauge how well they're doing in life, and it's always a struggle, like how well am I actually doing in the grand scheme of things, because people go through ruts, they go through ups and downs, and it's very obviously hard to be like, okay, I'm here, right? So I do a lot of trading on the side, so I put two and two together and sort of thought, well, you can apply your life to a chart. It's up and downs, up and downs. There's so many different in so many different ways. Um, so obviously you got to understand how we're going to understand this chart. How we're going to get an accurate read. So obviously the bottom, the x-axis is going to be your age or time, right? So because we need a constant thing, we need time, constant barometer. And then obviously how do we judge success, right? Everyone has different levels of success, how well they're doing in life, and there's not a unique identifier, right? So this is going to be sort of more up to you. Obviously, I have my own teachings of what I think, but we'll say for the sake of this, what I call it is a conscientious self-success metric. So this is basically how you would judge your success in life. Now, you could argue that all day, but we're not here to argue. That's neither here or there. For this could be happiness, this could be overall satisfaction, right? But you want to see this going up, obviously. Like over time, you want to be getting more successful, otherwise you're going the wrong way, right? Now, the reason I apply this to charts so much, or believe you should, is because I think it's a great indication of how life moves. So this is using the Bitcoin chart, but it doesn't matter, it's just to illustrate a point, right? So essentially everyone starts at zero. Let's just say that, right? You start with nothing, nothing's in your brain, you're at zero, right? And I'm on the logarithmic chart here, so we can get a better kind of overall picture. But life has its ups. So I'm just realizing all of that cut out. But let's go through it again. So where was I? I was saying we're on the logarithmic chart. Let's reset this. Let's redraw it. So you start at zero. You start with nothing essentially. So you're just working your way up, and obviously like the early years of your life, illustrated here, Bitcoin's a great example of this because it's such a pure asset. The early years of your life, you're going massively up. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to find your place. You're trying to understand. Like you're gathering so much knowledge. Essentially, you're starting from zero. Like it's only up from there, really. Essentially, from the first part of your life. But you start reaching these sort of peaks, right? So in your life, there's so many ups and downs, so much volatility. We're a bit zoomed in here, so you can sort of see. You can see you have these massive ups and downs, these swings, and a lot of people get caught up in these swings because as humans we have such short time horizons. Because we're not fully conscious in terms of observers of our life. It's very hard for us to fully equate every positive thing that's going on in our life. We just see the day to day. We're like, oh, today was bad. And this can be quite dangerous, as you can see, because if we act like that, you're going to be going up and down. You're going to be going, oh no, oh yeah, oh no, oh no, oh no. And it's just going to be tiring. It's just going to be tiring, especially when you see moves like this. You're just going massively up. And there's a huge, like, that wears you out. So what we need to really aim for is to have an overall view and a very positive outlook on the trend of your life. And I think that's very easy to understand the trend if you really take a step back, right? And exactly what we're doing here. We're taking a step back and you can see the overall trend. We're going up. And another thing people get into their heads, right? So it's a great example, and you can use the reason charts are great is because I'm assuming most people watching don't understand charting, but if you do, you understand that there's stuff as accumulation, there's breakouts, and essentially this is exactly equatable to life. So throughout life, you're going to have periods where you've been on top of the world, you've been the boss, you've been killing it. And then, oh no, everything's wrong. Everything's wrong. We're down 9 out of 10 things in your life has gone wrong. Everything's fallen apart, right? But retrospectively, where are you at? You're higher than you were. You're higher than you were. And then you can have periods like this. Okay, we've gone 600 days, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. But no, what this is doing is preparing you for the next breakout. Because life, just like charts and just like anything in investing or anything, doesn't just go up straight. And that's the lesson here. Of course, nothing goes straight up. It just doesn't make sense in anything. And financial markets is a great way to illustrate this, comparative to your life. You have to have, if you're going to go up, you have to come back down, you have to consolidate, and you have to wait. Right? It has to be time, or you have to have corrections. Right? That's how life works. But as long as the overall trend's up, as long as the overall trend is up, you're doing okay. You're doing good. Your life is doing all right. Now I'm trying to remember because I did a massive video and it all cut out. So if I'm going through it a bit more sporadically, I was going through it slowly and now I've got to regurgitate. But you can see as well, there can be massive extended times, right? Like we're talking, what is this? So you could have peaked here, look, 2013, and you would have not changed, or you'd only reach that level again. I mean, this is obviously, you've got times longer for different things, and especially life. This is not like equivalent, but for example, in this category, you spent 1,200 days, and you're back at where you were, okay? But it's, and then let me illustrate again. Let me zoom in. If you're going through those 1,000 days like this, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh yeah, oh no, oh yes, oh no, oh yes, oh no, oh yes. What sort of life is that? You're going to be living in constant stress. Like, you can't, like, you cannot live like that. And now let's zoom out. Let's go on the monthly time, right? So you can really illustrate this. Your life's just going up. If you're doing things right, obviously, like, this is a nice example. But this is what your goal should be. Your goal should be your conscientious success metric should just be going up over time. And for most people it is, right? Like, this isn't like me sycophantically saying this. Most people, your stuff is going up, you're just not looking in. Most people are zoomed in, like seeing, I mean, this is even still zoomed out, but you're seeing this, and you're not looking like a picture. Look, if you're looking at life like this, what the fuck? Oh no, of course my life's up and down, my life's not good, because you're not looking at the whole whole. You should be objectively better than you were at 3. Your knowledge should be better than you were at 3. If it isn't, doing something really wrong, but you just got to be grateful for that. And having that sort of clarity of looking out your life in this sort of way as a chart gives you that sort of sense. Now I hope I haven't missed anything, but this is a very quick overview of sort of like how this can work and how you can have moments where you're thinking nothing's going well, you're thinking it's all good, but it's just giving you a little consolidation before you break out. And yeah, the one thing as well, a lesson in trading, the longer the consolidation, the bigger the breakout. So that's another beautiful metaphor you can use in life. Like, the longer you're consolidating in your current position, that does not mean you're doing anything wrong. That just means you're waiting for a bigger breakout. And some people might have a breakout and then break down quickly. And this is another great way to picture it. Not necessarily, this isn't a great chart to show this, but great way to think about it. You see these people that have success early, right? That haven't built the basis, haven't gone step by step by step by step. They'll crash down faster, and it's the same method in trading. If you have an asset that goes straight up, what happens? It goes straight down after. Yes, it might come back eventually, but you don't get things are all equally balanced in equilibrium. If you're going like this, just slowly base building your way up, slowly getting up, you'll reach this goal and a sustained trend. You'll have a sustained uptrend, which is what you want in life. You don't want to be going through those swings. You'll have a sustained uptrend for your whole life. Whereas some people, okay, I'm here, I've scammed a bunch of people, I've done a bunch of wrong things, but it's meant I've got my money real quick. I've sold my soul. I've done all these things. Okay, I've peaked for that, right? Because you haven't done the base building here, what happens? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. And most people don't recover. That's why you see people dying, committing suicide, drug addiction. It all happens down here because you felt these highs without doing the step by step by step by step. But anyway, that is just a quick overview of how your life is probably better than you think. So I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully it didn't cut out too much. I'm just kind of going off the spin. But if you want more kind of funny, interesting insights like this, follow for more. Anyway, peace.